Hi, Keisha here of New World Tarot, and thank you for joining me today for another vlog. So I hope you had a great summer solstice and that you are really just getting out and enjoying your summer so far. And it's so hard to believe we're already in July. So this will probably be a shorter entry than most, as I need to prepare for a trip to Colorado, and I've never been to Colorado, so I'm definitely excited to really, take in some really natural Empress beauty. I can't help but always speak in tarot language. The Empress is to me the card that most just links nature and just the majesty of just beautiful earth and all its splendor I associate with the Empress card, okay? So I can't wait to do that. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, so once again, we're here at another new moon. And the new moon is just that part of the cycle that's all about beginnings. It's about new growth and just recommitting to our goals and our desires. And this time, our new moon arrives in the sign of Cancer. Now, Cancer is certainly a sign that I am familiar with, as I myself am a Cancer. And Cancer is symbolized by the crab and ruled by the element of water. And Cancer is often depicted as a private, emotional, and very empathic sign. And it's very much traditionally seen as the sign of domesticity, of nurturers, and of very sensitive and feeling individuals. Now, the ruling planet of Cancer is the moon. And to me, this only adds to the punch of power that either a new moon in Cancer or a full moon in Cancer has. Having the ruling planet in the sign just makes things energetically aligned. Now, the energy of Cancer is often a bit moody and changeable, and it's a lot like the element of water, and the element of water kind of runs through Cancer like a wild and calm river. On one hand, Cancer is seen as being very domestic and kind and emotional and nurturing, and on the other hand, Cancer can be incredibly mean and emotionally manipulative and a bit unhinged. And this month, I want to really focus on Cancer's connection to our emotions and our feelings and all of that messiness and volatility that entails. And so we ask really why are our emotions and feelings so important? And why is it so important to really connect to this part of ourselves? Our emotions are some of our most powerful tools to bring about the changes that we desire, okay? And it's so important to really get to know them and really get to learn how to harness them. I always like to talk about the two parts of our minds, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Now, the conscious mind is the smaller, more evolved part of your mind that does all of what you may classically consider thinking. And this is the part of your mind that you were not born with, actually. Your conscious mind actually developed in your early childhood. You didn't have it previously. And your conscious mind is the part of your mind that has all the countless thoughts, the decisions, the criticisms, the opinions, the judgments, the strategizing, and just like the good thoughts and the bad thoughts, etc. Okay, all of that activity that you're basically conscious of, the decisions you make, all of that is in the category of your conscious mind. However, there is an older, larger, and more powerful part of your mind that does a lot of work, and it often does it without being given any attention or any credit, and that's your subconscious mind. Now, this is the part of your mind that you were born with, okay? So you came into this world with it already, and it is very primitive. It's not smart per se, but it's also extremely powerful. And this includes basically a lot of categories, but it includes your dreams, both your literal and your figurative dreams. And it also includes your nightmares, again, both literal and figurative. It includes your fears, your hopes, your desires, your beliefs, your expectations, and even every system in your body, every hormonal change in your body. You don't have to remember to breathe, for example, thanks to your subconscious mind. You don't have to remember to beat your heart because of your subconscious mind. You don't have to remember to grow your hair or your fingernails or bring on your own menstrual cycle because of your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind does all of that effortlessly for you, okay? Now, though your subconscious mind is not as smart per se as the conscious mind, it doesn't do all of the decision making, However, it is much, much, much more powerful, okay? Your subconscious mind holds your beliefs, which in turn shapes your expectations. And studies are showing again and again that it is through our thoughts, through our beliefs, and through our expectations that our world is shaped. And this in turn will determine our success in life. Therefore, working with and through your subconscious mind is really vital in learning how to manifest your goals well. And the language of the subconscious mind is not words, but pictures. It's images and it's emotions, feelings, okay? So one way to know if you are on track to moving towards the goals you desire is through your feelings. So when you're feeling good, it's because you're thinking good thoughts, which are sowing the seeds of the future you desire into your subconscious mind and therefore into your reality. Now, when you're feeling bad, it's because you're thinking bad thoughts, which are also sowing the seeds of that future into your subconscious mind. So in this way, we can really use our emotions as a gauge to determine if we are on track to our desires and our goals. So have you ever heard of the practice of creative visualization? If you ever heard of it, and it's becoming thankfully much more popular, so it's possible that you have, it's possible that you are doing this, right now, which please continue. But a creative visualization is a practice that uses your imagination and your emotions to really bring your goals from the world of potential into the physical world. And the entire practice, in a nutshell, is basically visualizing having your desires in the present time and not in the future. Okay, so again, creative visualization is really using your imagination to visualize having your desires in the present time and not in the future. So when we dwell upon our desires being in the future, that tends to be where they stay. They're indeed materialized, but only on a base energetic level. And they are always in the future. Now, the problem with this is that we never reside in the future. It can only reside in the present. And the most powerful way to bring your desires into the present is to feel as though they're happening right now. In fact, you could say that a shortcut to creative visualization is creative emotionalization, or just feeling as if you have what you want right now. Now, emotions and energetic strength and power, it really kind of adds some oomph to your intentions and your manifestations, okay? So you really want to use your emotions to really push things into existence. So when you're sitting, next to a pond, for example, and kind of just smiling to yourself, your head full of happy and joyous thought to the future, the emotions you're putting out into the universe are also happy and joyous. And these thoughts, likewise, are working to create a happy and joyous future. Now, when you're sitting by that same pond and crying and bawling your eyes out, like many of us probably have before, and your head is full of negative and destructive thoughts, these thoughts are in turn working to create a negative and destructive future. So, which would you rather have? The choice is always yours. And the decision is deceptively simple. Choose the feelings that feel good, always. Understandably, this will be easier said than done a lot of the time. There's something about just despair and fear and anger and destruction and negativity that can be so hard to pull away from. Like, I get it. I really feel it too. But it all starts with knowing what is good for you and pursuing that. And it will, over time, get easier to drop the bad thoughts and emotions and embrace the good ones, okay? It's still hard for me too, but I've definitely made a lot of improvement, and I know you can too. So this new moon in Cancer is a great time to really recommit ourselves to checking into our emotions. And this is not just checking into our emotions for the sake of keeping track of them. This is checking into them for the purpose of harnessing them to manifest our goals and desires. Emotions, as it turns out, are not a feminine weakness, or any such foolishness that the modern world wants you to believe. They are powerful world builders and world destroyers, if you allow them. So this new moon in Cancer, we want to really recommit to harnessing our emotions, to controlling them, and using them as tools to serve us. So let's explore some ways that we can do that. All right. So number one, play emotional defense. Become aware of negative emotions as you're feeling them. And this is all about becoming self-observant. So this may be challenging to do at first, but it will pay off so well when you're able to stop bad emotions at the pass before they can wreak havoc on your goals and your peace of mind and your happiness. It's important to stop at least a few times a day and just check in with yourself, and just think, how am I feeling right now? Are my feelings creating a desired future or an undesirable one? And if you do this with enough practice, you eventually will get much better at it. In turn, you can also use a little trinket to kind of remind you to step back from time to time. It could be anything from like a gem, for example, a bead that you wear around your wrist or around your neck, or something that you sit on your desk or by your computer. And it will just simply serve the purpose of checking in with yourself and just asking yourself again, how am I feeling? Are my feelings creating a desired future or an undesirable one? Okay. Number two, work with creative visualization or creative emotionalization. Okay. And put those into your schedule. So if you haven't already, please make a point to try working small sessions of creative visualization into your life. And using the incredible power of your imagination and your emotions, this can make big strides in your manifestations. It also increases and grows your drive and your desire to get what you want in the first place, and it makes you feel good, and you just need that. So if you haven't done this before, you can start with just 5 minutes a day, just 5 minutes. And I feel that everyone, can manage that. All right. For just 5 minutes a day, you're going to find alone time, get comfortable, get centered, close your eyes, and really just visualize and feel as though you have what you want right now. And you don't want to think that it's coming. You don't want to think it's on its way. No. What you're going to think of is how you would feel right now if your greatest desires had already occurred and you were experiencing them now in the present. And this emotional energy is what gives your manifesting power its punch. Okay? Number three, you're going to do your best to bring more joyous feelings into your life. The more you feel good, the more good you create. It therefore becomes very important to really find what brings you joy in life and to follow these things. Find what gets your heart going. Find what gets your tongue moving, because you just can't stop talking about that to anyone who will listen, and follow that, because that's where your passion lies. That's where your joy lies. Your life is precious. And it's so important not to wait around for good things to happen to give you a reason to feel good, but rather you want to feel good to give the reason to give the universe really a reason to keep those good things coming, okay? And just keep those good feelings happening over and over again. All right. All right. So we're going to just do very quickly a little bridge draw here. So we have the Venetian Tarot. And we are going to do a 3-card bridge draw. And I want to connect basically who we are with where we want to go and do a little draw on how we can bridge that together. So as far as who we are today, I chose the Knave of Cups. And I'm going to actually give you a little close-up, of course, of the whole spread when it's laid out so that you can see it more clearly. But the Knave of Cups to me is this is the student card. This is the beginner on the journey card. He is the lowest court card on the rung. And when I think about really, we're just learning. We're students of emotions. We're students of learning how to use our feelings and use our subconscious mind to manifest our future. I see us as being the Knave of Cups. Okay. Now, as far as what we're attaining to, where we would like to be, I chose the King of Cups. All right. And the King of Cups is traditionally the highest court card of the 4 court cards. And he is all about mastery and control and discipline. And the King of Cups to me is representative of emotional control, emotional discipline. Okay. He doesn't feel feelings, nilly-willy. He doesn't have outbursts. He uses his heart. he dwells in the watery state of emotions that we're talking about, but he controls himself. He controls what he feels. He gets rid of the bad emotions. He brings in the good emotions, and he uses the good emotions to create his kingdom, to make it fuller and richer, a richer experience, okay? So now what we'd like to do is we're going to draw a card here, just representing what energy we can bring in, what action we can really take that will take us from being the Knave of Cups to the very experienced and in control King of Cups. Okay, so we're just going to do a little shuffle and just see what we can do to bring in more emotional self-control, to really harness our emotions for greatness in our lives, which is really what we're here to do. We're not here to be out of control or to be aimless or to drift around without any control. Okay. All right. So let's see what we can do here. And we have the 10 of coins. Okay. So I'm going to put this down here. Beautiful. And I will have our spread up very shortly. So the 10 of coins has an astrological correspondence of Mercury and Virgo. And when I think about this, I associate Mercury with the Magician card. And the Magician is all about personal mastery and just really controlling your world and really putting your own image and your own will upon your life. So it kind of is like outside circumstances be damned. I don't care who the president who's in the office is. I don't care who is sitting on the Supreme Court. I don't care that the economy is good or bad. This is all about I am going to control my own world to the best of my ability, and I still can be immensely successful despite any outside people trying to say otherwise. So it is a very, very willful planet. And Virgo is all about service and work. And the 10 of coins to me is really about a life, the legacy of a life spent in working and studying, okay, and just studying your craft, which in this case is about emotional control, and also just practicing it with determination and knowledge that you are your own ruler, you're your own king of life, okay? So when I see this here with the 10 of coins, it to me is bridging, like how can we go from Knave of Cups to King of Cups? It is all about devote your life to the inward study of the mind, of emotions, of the subconscious mind. This is important because this is what you are. These are key engines in your body that create your life. Okay, and also just exercise your will and know that you, no matter what anyone does to you, you can control. You might not be able to control how someone treats you, but you can always control how you react. And that's what I see here as our message and our advice for moving up into mastery, emotional mastery. Okay. All right. Well, I just want to thank you so much for joining me today for another vlog. And I wish you the best of life. And I hope you get out there and are enjoying the summer, wherever you may be. And be blessed, be safe, be happy, and control those emotions, harness those emotions, and just kick ass in life. All right. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next time. Be blessed. Take care.